Okay, this live. What is this, Lady Ada?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Show and Tell. We're here at Adafruit. We have special guests. We've got an exciting show and tell for you. Wow, so many Adafruiters. It's Maker Faire Week.
Normally they're in one of the little boxes.
But now
they're in this size box.
Yes, meet space.
So maybe they can introduce themselves down there.
Hey, this is Tony D. So happy to be here.
Hey.
Hey, John Park. Hello, I'm here.
Okay. So we're gonna do kind of what we always do, but we also have some show and tell stuff here. So thanks for
you can show and tell us.
Thanks for coming out to New York for Maker Faire.
Super excited to be here, of course.
All right.
You can't see what you're gonna show. That's okay.
Let's start off with Erin. Hey, Erin, how's it going?
Hey, Erin.
It's going good. So I did a cool thing this week. I have a fiber optic whip. So it's got a 3D printed handle. It's got a little mode button that can change modes for colors. Pretty fun. And I'll step back a little, see if I can show it off. A little hard to see, but like it is really cool. So the whole idea of this is we're just playing with, dancing with. You can hang it up on your wall. But it's got a Pro Trinket inside and a NeoPixel Jewel. So it's got definite plenty of modes that you can animate the different fibers with. So there are some commercially available similar things, but they're just one color at a time. And this one is really cool because it has all these different modes and it could do a bunch of different colors at a time and animations and stuff. So I've been working on the tutorial for this and it should be up probably in the next day or two. So I'm pretty excited about it. Lots of fun to play with.
Yay.
All right. Thank you so much, Erin.
Sounds great.
All right. Next up, Scott.
Scott.
Hey, Scott. How's it going?
Hey,
why aren't you here?
I'm working on it. Okay. I have a flight at like 8 a.m. tomorrow, so I'll be there at 4.
Now.
I know. I couldn't go as long as I did in July, so... Anyway, I will be there shortly. I was working today and trying to get Blinky working in CircuitPython Master, which will be 3.0. And it's going to have support for the brand new Coretx M4 microchip SAMD 51 chips. So I wanted to just see if the Blinky still works after this morning. So I'll do a quick screen share. Show you that I've got some code queued up. I already typed it in. I don't have the file system working right now, so I got to use the REPL. So I wrote it all. I pre-wrote it, and I just got to hit some returns.
Are you ready?
So
I'm with you.
How do I undo my? I want to make sure you can see it. So I'm not using my laptop, so I can actually move the camera.
Okay.
So this is that's my Soleil. This is my M4 Metro, like number 2 in the world, something like that.
Yep.
And the light is there. So let's see.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, Blinky.
That's so dramatic.
I know.
But it is the hardest part. You got delays working and blinking working.
I know. I had the LED working actually before I had delay working.
Okay.
So I was able to like have it flash when I told it to, but now it does it all on its own.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and then the other thing is if people are going to World Maker Faire this weekend, we will ping me on Discord because we'll get you into the chat where we can all coordinate. And I'll meet a lot of you there, which will be super exciting.
I have some breaking news with that. So we're now a sponsor of Maker Faire, and Make posted up instructions for all the folks visiting the Make site on their social media on how to get to the Adafruit Discord channel, go to the events channel, do an @community helpers, say you're going to Maker Faire, that's all you got to do, and then you're in, and you can avoid kind of all the Twitter nonsense that goes on Twitter. You can just meet the people you want to meet, hang out with the people. We're not selling anything. It's just a free service that we're doing. Here you go. As someone said, the Adafruit Discord channels and server is like the hackerspace you can bring your granddaughter to.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. 365, 7 is in there.
Yeah, 24
hours. So anyways, I look forward to seeing you in person like tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. Noe and Pedro.
Thank you.
Hey guys, hello. Just another shout out to the Discord. It's where we're getting all of the 3D Hangouts posts for Thursday.
Yes, please share more projects.
So please continue sharing all those projects on there. This week we released a very simple project. It's how to make a 3D printed mold for stamps. The way that we want to release it, though, we're going to hold off on it until we look at some things first. But we did talk about the techniques on the show, how to do the mixing mold putty for it. Now, it's a project we've done before in the past, before we joined Adafruit, but there was just some new things that we learned in terms of modeling using the lithopane technique to create these stamps. And we have one here of Harriet Tubman. I'll just do a quick stamp real quick.
Standard ink pad.
Standard ink pad.
And post-it note.
Post-it note.
Stamp
Live
it.
stamping.
There we go.
Cool.
Yay, there's Harriet. We also have Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
There he is, looking angry.
And then other stuff we showed on 3D Hangouts today was just how to add a simple little servo, the DC motor and the servo body that we have in the shop. We added to a 3D printed Ninja Flex hand with the little flesh charger episode that we did a couple years ago. So super simple. I can't show it here because you have to move the camera. It's just so simple that all it does is just literally, it's a 3D printed horn that just makes it all, just jiggle around with the guts in its hand. So it's a super easy project for Halloween decor, just to have like in the, in the sidewalk before they get up, the trick-or-treaters get up to the house. Just a nice little thing for that. And then what else?
That's pretty much it for
I
now.
want to show a
Yeah.
preview of the PCB that you've been working on.
If you want to see that, be sure to check out 3D Hangouts.
Oh,
Tease.
jeez.
Nice tease.
That's right. Okay,
All
outstanding.
right.
Thank you so much, Noe and Pedro.
Thanks.
You dangled and then you snatched away. That's fine.
All right,
That's good.
next up, Orlando. Oops, there you are. Hey, Orlando.
Hey.
So I have been on the wall, so it's kind of glad to be on it. So a couple times I do a lot of biomedical projects. So I've showed this one in some form already. So I call it PulseFit. It looks more or less the same as last time, except I did a bit of a modification. So last time I had an infrared LED in the center, and now I have a green LED. So I basically kind of copied and pasted, the popular Arduino pulse sensor schematic, because they had their calibration worked out really, really nicely, and the one I had, my calibration wasn't very, very great. So I took their front end circuit and then added my fit part of it that caused the LEDs to blink. So now I give this to about a dozen people, and it works perfectly for every person.
Oh, cool.
So I'll do a little bit. So here's the scary part, right? I just said it'll work. So let's see if it actually works. So the way this works is actually measuring the volume of blood in my finger, and so that changes with my heartbeat. So eventually it'll start blinking.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Yeah, that's sort of kind of. Hold on, let me give it
Yeah.
a little bit.
You're live.
That's a
Yay. We believe you, Orlando.
All right. Well, I think your
Yeah.
your frame rate is going. So it's hard to tell when it's working, but we saw it fully on and fully off at least once.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I'm from my phone, so maybe that's why it's kind of slow. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
it's all good. Demo
Well,
accomplished.
yeah, so it works better now.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Orlando. If you want a biohacking badge, as always, you can email support@adafruit.com and just tell them to send you out a biohacking badge because that counts. You have heart. You can also get. We have a heart badge for metric. I've been trying to get us in the U.S. to switch to the metric system for a while. It's not working. Sorry.
Never.
Sorry. I've tried so hard. Anyways, you can get a badge. Okay.
Sweet, thanks.
All right. Next up, Matt. How's it going, Matt?
Hey guys, how you doing?
No.
So I got rid of 25 centimeters of wire on my PiGlass by making resistors with female jumper connectors and a couple of short wires. And then I copied the Google Glass picture-in-picture effect. I copied it in about 15 lines of code, and I'll show you what their images look like. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it copies the desktop on one side, and then, the desktop in the corner, and then the camera picture just straight from the camera.
What did you write that in to be so optimized at 15 lines?
Python with OpenCV.
That's cool. Programming is easier when you don't have to monetize all the things. I'm sure the Google version doesn't just do the picture-in-picture. It's like, oh, can I display an ad or can I do something? So
Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of this picture, this screen share. I don't know which
looking
one.
at us, looking at you.
Oh, here we go. So I'll see you guys this weekend.
Oh, fantastic! And you could use the thing, and we can.
Well, no, it's you because
Well,
you have
no,
a
it's you.
PiGlass.
From PiGlass while I'm there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I know I'm not getting monetized. or
Yeah.
face recognize, right? Like it's true. Like it's 15 lines. Like how much trouble could you cause in 15 lines?
A lot.
Yeah, I know. I set you up for that.
Right.
All right. It's almost like a competition.
Yeah, it just became one.
Yeah. All right. Okay, next up, Adam.
All right, Adam, let's get small.
Oh, your microphone isn't on, Adam. Hey, Adam, your mic isn't on. Uh-oh. If we have to do electron microscope charades, it's going to be so
It's hard. It's really small.
Okay, first syllable.
Tiny.
Starts with.
Yeah, plug it in, whatever that was.
Sounds like. We'll go
Go
to
on
the
to
next
someone
person.
else. Sorry.
All right, let's go to JMK.
Hey, JMK.
Hello.
Oh, wait.
JMK, can you unmute your mic?
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
JMK, what you doing?
So, I'm working on, let's say, an ambitious project.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Good.
It's an operating system in Python.
Wow.
Which is
Huge.
really hard to do. It's 600 lines of code right now, and I made a website for it and all that, but
Ew.
and I'm getting a MicroPython, and I just got Box 004. I made some YouTube videos on it. I love it. Or Box 005. And I'm making JMQS for and I'm getting my MicroPython soon from the Adafruit store. So I'm getting that, and then I'm going to put JMQS on it and work on it and all that. So that's kind of my project.
Wow.
Okay, what do you want? You want some stickers or badges? Deal with Joyce here. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
when
Yes.
you
The dinosaur block.
have your operating system email supported Adafruit, or
We have some Python badges.
Well, I have my own JMKOS email, which is jmkoswork@gmail.com.
okay. Well, you can email us, and then we'll or have a parent or something email us, and we'll send you out the stickers and a fun pack because it sounds like you're doing a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, we have some really cool Python stuff we're going to send you, okay?
Awesome.
Yay!
Very cool. Super
That
impressive.
was the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life, I think. Okay.
Yeah, 600 lines. It was just like
Yeah.
That's right.
All right.
30 times as much.
We're gonna go back to Adam. Adam, did you make an operating system in Python yet?
No, not.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
you got to catch up.
how about
You're not doing so good.
How about an electron microscope?
Okay, so I'm still at the University of Maine's School of Earth and Climate Science with their really cool electron microscope, Tuscan Vega 2. It's got gremlins, but it's less gremlins than mine, which is always good. But anyways, up on screen right now, you can see the screen relatively okay. I've got some ice in here, and that's actually what this whole project is about, is imaging ice, figuring out the orientation of the crystals in the ice, and figuring out the orientation of these crystals. So this is one of the maps of these orientations. We can determine how strong this ice is, and this ice is actually pulled from the core of a glacier in Alaska. And so in knowing how strong, or because as the crystals are oriented differently, the ice is a different strength, so we need to map that out, and we can make a better computer model of the glacier so that in the future we can predict how this glacier is going to behave. So we just got this scan done tonight, a lot of improvements. While I was here, I was able to cut scan time in just over half. And so really trying to optimize a lot of settings here so we can move faster, because ice likes to sublimate, ice likes to melt. And that's what we're going to go to next, is the fact that the electron beam can melt ice. So if I have my sample here, and I focus my beam on a really tiny little spot in the center, so you can see that this little white square here. And so I've got my beam focused right on that square. I'm going to hold it there for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and take it off. And then if we look at that square now, there's a big hole there. Let's see if I can make that clear. So you can see a little bit of a hole in there. Now, we can take advantage of this interesting property of the microscope of being able to very controllably melt ice. And if I can move the stage in the correct direction, hopefully it's still there, we'll find something etched into the ice.
Zounds. Wow.
So I actually got the microscope.
I knew it. The glaciers are made out of Adafruit.
Into the ice at a scale of, it's a little bit under 1 millimeter. So
Wow.
this was a lot of fun to do. The way I did this is I printed out the Adafruit logo, because the microscope doesn't have this functionality built in. Printed out the logo.
Why not?
Oh, man.
And then just sat there and clicked and clicked and clicked to move the beam across the surface of the ice. So it was a really kind of a hacky way of doing this, but it worked really well. So I'll go ahead and do a screen share real quick so I can show kind of a higher resolution version of this.
That's great.
Oh, I sent you into infinity. So there's the high-res photo I got off the microscope.
That's pretty good.
I
That's
think
awesome.
claim this is the world's smallest Adafruit logo. I'm not.
Oh yeah.
But I think so. So you can see the scale bar at the bottom there. That's 200 microns. So it's just under a centimeter wide, about. Yeah, pretty close. Maybe only 600 or 800 microns. But still, that was. I'm going to do a couple other things like this. And this is, as I said, this is like the super hacky way of doing this, just clicking on screen. But my SEM should be able to do this too. But I can't put ice in mine because I don't have massive volumes of liquid nitrogen to pour into the microscope. We've gone through like probably about 100 liters of liquid nitrogen in the past week and a half. So which is as much fun as it sounds like, but to keep everything cold. But you can see that I've got this etching thing down. So I'm going to try to do my Twitter handle in it and a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't have that much time left, though, because on Friday, I'm heading up to New York to be at Maker Faire. And unfortunately, I won't be bringing a SEM with me, but yeah, I only bring so much on the plane.
Pocket SEM.
All right. Well, since it's on video, I officially give you permission to use the Adafruit trademark logo in perpetuity to the end of the heat of the universe for all electron microscope usage.
Yeah, I'm fine licensing it to you. It's all yours.
All right.
There's one other real quick thing I want to show you, and this was how when I kind of figured I might be able to do this whole melting thing. This is what hair looks like under an electron microscope. Looks pretty cool. You can see some really interesting details, and this is at a relatively small scale. Now, there's this thing called probe current. Now, my microscope doesn't have a very high probe current, so I don't have to risk melting things. This microscope, if you make a mistake, puts holes in hair. So I melted the hair off accidentally earlier, which was an entirely unexpected result, and I didn't know you could actually use electrons to do this sort of thing, but here we are with a piece of melted hair. So,
it's cool, though.
It's really cool. It was completely unintentional. It's like, we're never doing this again until we get to ice when the microscope's in a mode that's designed to kind of allow that. But other than that, had a lot of fun here. I'll see everybody at Maker Faire on Friday, and Phil, you sent you the image so you can do whatever you want with it. So
yeah, and same thing. Like we rarely let the Adafruit logo go anywhere besides our products and everything. So congratulations on being a licensee for.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, now of course there's a competition. Who can make the smallest possible image?
I can push this further.
But you're the winner right now. I'm telling you, you're way ahead.
I mean, the other option, everyone could go big, turn a giant laser on the moon, put Adafruit logo, send us an email.
I think XKCD did something about that, so it doesn't end well for the moon.
Yeah, I know.
Moon started it. Okay.
Yeah, the whole igniting the atmosphere thing isn't good.
See? All right. See, Scott, play us out.
Hey, guys, you hear me?
Yeah, you have an owl.
Yeah. I've always wanted to open a conversation with this statement. Do you like our owl? This is, for the first time in 15 years, I've taken a day job, and I was rather selective in the kind of thing I wanted to do, and so I settled on a place that's basically Imagineering for museum exhibits and trade show exhibits and whatnot, and so they make all sorts of stuff. You know, they make gantries and color walls and stages and whatnot, but then they have an art shop, and we can make detail things like this. This was made in the art shop. It was done before I got there, but you know, it's not just something you got from Amazon. This is resin cast and paper mache, and it's motorized. I don't know if the it will play here, but it hoots at you and turns its head. Is it
synthetic?
It is probably very expensive.
Oh.
But anyway, another example of stuff, the perks you get at working in this place is, hang on a minute, it opened in the wrong player. It hasn't figured out that real player exists yet. Just a moment. Anyway, I am currently over there working with a Raspberry Pi and Python, getting a touch screen to play videos and also control outboard relays and other actuators to get an interactive kiosk working. So let's see if this works. This is our TARDIS. Ooh. This is actually this is the company's own trade show exhibit that they set up when they're out on the professional circuit.
Exhibit.
Yeah, the wall. You see the spheres on the wall. They're moving around. They're magnetically moved through the wall surface. They're just attached by a magnetic field. And the time rotor here has been known to capture Kryptonian criminals. But anyway, just a couple examples of the kind of things that I'll be getting into. Like I said, right now it's Python and Raspberry Pi.
Outstanding. Keep coming back and showing us stuff you're working on. And I know you already have the job, so this doesn't help at all, but they're very lucky to have someone like you working there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's why I was selective in my choices. So,
and, like, not all of us can work anywhere.
But anyway, and of course, I'm still doing DobCon just finished, and the Deckard's Dream synthesizer was a big hit, and Roman's getting ready to send those out and send me some more stuff for tweaking and so on. I'll have a story about my Melzi board next time.
Are you going to see Blade Runner in a couple weeks?
What's that?
Are you going to see Blade Runner in a couple weeks?
Yeah. I have kind of mixed feelings right now. I don't like. I think all of the cinematic shots are too bright.
Okay.
And they dropped Hans Zimmer in as a composer and took out Johan Johansson, which kind of disappointed me because I liked the stuff that Johan was doing. But it's not like Hans doesn't know what he's doing either. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
There's rather high expectations.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be thinking of you in line.
But anyway, that's what's up in my neck of the woods.
Okay. So, High Tech, how's it going? If you can keep it to like 1 minute, we can get to you, or you can come back next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to come back next week, or do you want to show off your project?
I can. I'll do it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Okay, so I'm working with JMK, as you're seeing in the stream, and we are working on, as you know, the JMK-OS project, and I just wanted to share you a cool fact that it actually does run on 4 kilobytes of RAM, so that's why we've been using the Adafruit products to run it on. And yeah, if you have any stuff that you want to send over or any help, that'd be really appreciated.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is super cool. I'm not quite sure what's going on. This is super fun. Yeah.
So,
when you email with JMK, just the team knows to forward it to me. We'll send you out some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I already sent the email.
Of course. Yeah.
He's on it.
This is great. Thank you so much, everyone. This is Show and Tell. Thank you all our remote folks visiting. Tech, Scott, Orlando, Noe and Pedro, Matt, JMK, Aesthetic Owl, Adam. We're here every week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Ask an Engineer starts in a few minutes. We'll see some of you at Maker Faire. And thanks for making this the best 20-something minutes of our lives every week.
Awesome stuff.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a few minutes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.